Welcome back to episode 65 of Defeating Weekly. I'm your host, Craig Olson. Thank you for checking out this week's episode. And just like always, please comment, like, share, reshare these messages as I hope to inspire others to continue to live and grow and defeat their weeks as we go through them. This week, I continue to be excited about our 15-part series on the chapters from my book, Defeating the Unbeatable. This week, we are in part 4, which is super exciting because it is game time. Ooh. So game day is the day filled with excitement. You have put in all this hard work and practice, and now it's the time to perform. In baseball, like many sports, game day is a big festivity with food, announcements, and the national anthem. Everyone is super excited, players, fans, everybody. In many stadiums, this is then followed by those famous words: play ball. At this point, the game is on. Baseball players all dream of stepping on the major league fields and being able to perform at the highest level. From a young kid, I wanted to do the exact same thing. I envisioned being on those Major League Baseball mounds and being able to hear the national anthem and hear that play ball. In the same way, we face game time on a daily basis in our lives. Whatever your job is your game time during those working hours. For those of us who are parents, game time seems to be all the time because we are always going through the different parenting steps. However, when we go to battle with difficult times, we may not have the same level of warning or preparation as our jobs or as parenting, so it can cause us to unravel. However, when we do go to battle with these difficult times, we must look back on our personal lives and what we went through and be able to put little pieces together from different parts of our lives to try and figure out how to work through those difficult times. I know when Rachel was initially diagnosed, I didn't have the specific skill set to be able to perform to the peak. However, I did have other attributes that I could rely on and teammates I could rely on that had those skills necessary to be able to put together to be able to perform. Even those of us who follow Jesus will lose games. Think about the apostles and Jesus' disciples as they were on the boat and the storm came up. They are freaking out. They're shook. They are struck with fear. Yet Jesus is soundly asleep. And he trusted. They had yet to learn how to trust and were using their own understandings, relying on their own understandings and not trusting. In that instance, they lost. However, they gained knowledge through that loss. So game time is often boiled down to wins and losses. Even the best regular season Major League Baseball teams in the history of Major League Baseball, the 2001 Seattle Mariners and the 1906 Cubs, won 116 games, but they lost 46 and 36 games respectively. So they did not go undefeated. They are considered the best regular season teams in Major League history, yet they still lost quite a bit. We will not win all the games we ever play. However, they are opportunities to learn and grow. In my walk throughout my life, I have had many losses both in baseball and in life. From losing composure in stressful situations that made them worse. I remember baseball, 13 years old. I made a huge mistake that cost my team a game, to failing moments as a husband and dad, to screwing up on the job and having to take responsibility for those actions. I have experienced many losses. I'm sure we all have. But the key to all of this is to see that you did something wrong, but it is not the end all, but an opportunity. Think about those losses as opportunities to figure out what you can do better. So this week's action steps are kind of all intertwined together. They are trust skills, trust your team, and trust your prep work. If those sound a bit familiar, it is really because they're the previous 3 episodes, those 3 chapters that lead up to game time. So trusting your skills that you have created. They may not be exactly what you need for the situation, and you may have to do some combining of skills, but trust those skills you have. They are there for a reason. Trust your team. These people have been put in your life for a reason. And this is not the time to push them away. Lean in and believe that they will help you win. Trust your prep work. Throughout your life, you've been preparing. You may not know what for, but you have been. Each day we have prep work that we are doing. Don't make it all for naught. Trust it and don't second guess. This week, I got 2 quotes for you. Once again, going back to the sports, as I love the analogies that these quotes can be put into our daily life. So the first one is, every day is a new opportunity. You can build on yesterday's success or put its failures behind and start over again. That's the way life is, with a new game every day, and that's the way baseball is. And that was by Bob Feller, baseball pitcher from the early 30s and 40s. And kind of fun fact that I just found out about him is that he's considered one of the hardest throwers in MLB history, in spite of being in an era where that maybe wasn't necessarily as big as it is now. And then quote number 2, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and failed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. That's by the GOAT, Michael Jordan. I feel like these are great quotes. Trust, do it. Game time, get it done. I hope you guys have a great day and defeat the week.